Planescape Torment. Last time, I helped an alley give birth to more alley or something. I don't know what exactly was going on with that, but it happened. And then I made it to the lower ward here, and then my talking skull friend was kidnapped by were-rats. So I guess we should probably go find him. But the way I'm gonna find him is by wandering around at random and talking to every single person I see on the street. Because that's just how it is. Oh, I think there was someone over here I didn't talk to. Yeah, Kina. This woman has a yellow cast to her skin and severe features. Tattoos cover her body and she wears a long blade at her side. Her eyes are like two small black pearls. As you approach her, they follow Dakon's movements. Before you reach her, Dakon breaks in. I would have you hear me. What is it, Dakon? It is my will that we not speak to this woman. Why not? She is a Zerth. Our wills are crossed blades. We have no common ground. Wait, aren't you a Zerth? She's a Zerth? Isn't that a... Wait, I'm confused. Then do not speak to her. Why do you insult the unbroken circle of Zerthamon by continuing to wear it against your heart? You are not numbered among the people, betrayer of Shrakitlor. The Anarchs and the Zerths have spoken, and their words shall be obeyed. You are not to speak your mind to me, or to any Zerth. Will you hear this human when he speaks? His words carry the weight of yours and have the shape of Limbo's form. I will not hear you, Dakon. He travels with me, Kina, disciple of Zerthamon. He comes to you to hear the words of Zerthamon, which you as a Zerth must impart. Will you hear him? The words of Zerthamon are not for the ears of a human to be heard. Their minds are not as one, and they bring division where they travel. This one wears a shirt of scars and blood, and he travels with a traitor. Volkar's heart beats within your chest if you ask if I will hear him. Will you close your mind to his words? Know your words before you speak your mind, Kina, Zerth of Zerthamon. I will not hear him. He will hear me. That is sufficient. Dakon turns to you and speaks in your language. She will teach you. The Skith woman turns to you. Her black pearl eyes glint dangerously. You are not known to me, but your trappings speak ill of you, human. Your body is a book written in scars and blood, and you walk in the shadow of a pariah that claims to speak for Zerthamon himself. Speak your mind. Greetings, Swordringer. She hisses in irritation. Your pleasantries are as dust. The sign of morning draws near. Time is short, human. I would know your questions. Then it is my will you leave. What did you mean when you said I walk in the shadow of a pariah? You walk with a pariah, and you know not his history. He is quick to speak of other words, but of his history he has remained silent. Ask him of Shrakitlor, of the fall of the mighty fortress to the Githyanki, and see what his divided mind reveals to you. Ask him how he speaks with Zerthamon's words, but his karak is as mist. It is not as Zerthamon's words that lack conviction, it is their echoes that have been distorted. There is no doubt in how Zerthamon's mind is spoken. Generations of Zerth are as Rakma's jewel, of one mind on this matter. Your stance carries with it a divided mind. The doubt is yours, an echo cast from your own faithlessness. Your words speak not the mind of Zerthamon. They are shaped of angles and hate, as if molded from Gith's mind itself. You shall lie with the dead of Shrakitlor in shifting chaos, for you see all with Vilkar's eye. Your mind is divided, your karak weak. Apparently they're drawing swords. Apparently the actual text here doesn't indicate that, but the dialogue options I have do. Well, I mean, what's a little bit of physical trauma to Nameless One here? He's pretty accustomed to it at this point, I would say. Stand in the way of the blades. As if sensing your intent, Dakon speaks to you without breaking the gaze he holds with Kina. Hold fast, and do not stand in the way of our blades. Let it go, Dakon. Dakon reluctantly lowers his blade. Kina stares at him incredulously for a moment, and then a sharp grin splits her features. The truth at last! Your mind is not divided. You are a slave to this human. He speaks with an anarch's authority to you, and you listen? Your mind is cast in Gith's mold, Kina. Let's go, Dakon. You've lost your way, Dakon. Know that I hope you find your path. I pity you. Farewell. Let's go. Well, that didn't go well. You okay over there?
It's your will.
What was that about Shrakatlor? Dakon's forehead creases, as if he was struck a blow. It is not my will that we speak of that place. Dakon, tell me, what is Shrakatlor? Dakon is silent for a moment. No, it is the place where I died my first death. What is this place? It is one of the great homes of the people. It has suffered many wounds in its life. One of its scars is by my hand. What do you mean? Upon the rolling plain of limbo, the people shape cities from the chaos with their thoughts. Know that there is no place for a divided mind. Dakon raises the blade from his shoulder and holds it before him. As he stares at it, it sharpens, until it is almost as thin as a piece of paper. A divided mind is an unfocused mind. A divided mind fractures walls and weakens stone. As Dakon speaks, the edges of the blade corrode slightly, the metal misting and melting along the edges. Many divided minds may destroy a city. I understand. Go on. Long have I known the words of Zerthamon. Through my voice, many have come to know the words of Zerthamon. The Zerth protect the community from all threats, whether to the body or the mind. They are the guiding stones in the chaos. So it came to pass that I spoke the words of Zerthamon without knowing the words of Zerthamon. It came to pass that I no longer knew myself. So you doubted the words? No. Dakon's voice is edged, and his blade sharpens in response. I knew the words. It came into my heart that perhaps others did not know the words as Zerthamon knew them, and so division formed. As my mind became as two, as my mind became divided, those that looked to me as a guiding stone became divided. Many scores of Githzerai, many hundreds of scores of Githzerai, doubted. Shrakatlor died that day. So, those that followed you came to doubt the words as well, and the city was weakened. The enemies of Zerthamon came. Know that their hatred of his words and the people lent their blades strength. Know that many sensed the weakened city, and they brought war with them. Many Githzerai drowned in the chaos, and beneath the blades of our enemies. Small beads of metal appear on the surface of the blade, as if it is blistering. No, this happened long ago. What happened to you? As I fell from the walls of Shrakatlor, know that myself was broken. My blade was missed, my mind divided. I was adrift upon Limbo's seas, and I wished to drown. I died for days, my mind awash in division. How did you survive? I suffered. As I neared death, I came to know myself. I survived. That is all. I see. Okay. Well. Interesting. Wow. I mean, we didn't really get any sense of that when we spoke to him the first time. Isn't that interesting? Well, I suppose he wouldn't be much of a party member in this RPG if he was just a normal Zerth, right? Who totally fit in with his own society and culture. He's got to be a misfit outcast. There's no other way about it, right? I know how this shit works, alright? You see a well-dressed middle-aged man. He seems to be scanning the crowd with a practiced eye. He notices you approach and gives you a quick once-over. Hello. He smiles at you and gives a barely perceptible nod. I am Byron Pickett, moneylender. May I help you? Moneylender? He nods again. Yes, I cater to the needs of merchants. Want to start a business? Keep one afloat that's down on its luck? Or perhaps expand a business. In either case, you come to me for the funds. He looks you up and down. I doubt that you are a merchant, sir, so what can I do for you? I am a merchant. I'm not really. I'm not. That would be a lie. I have some questions. He sighs. Very well, make it quick. What is this place? If you mean the ward in general, it's called the lower ward. If you mean this particular locale, it is the open-air market. Tell me about the lower ward. He looks bored. It's the home of the common people. He gestures around him. Look about you and you will see all that there is to see. Nothing. Nothing of any interest. Why are you here? He smiles. The one thing these mindless sods are good for is spending their money. It gives them the feeling that they are actually accomplishing something with their otherwise meaningless lives. He pauses and looks about with disdain. Oh, okay. He shrugs. Where there's money, you will also find merchants and thieves. I help provide the merchants needed to relieve them. He gestures about of their hard-earned coin. He smiles at you. You mentioned thieves. Who helps provide them? Not I. He gives you a calculating look and smiles. Why do you ask? Call it curiosity? He laughs. Such curiosity can be dangerous. Even fatal if one isn't careful. He pauses to consider his next words as he examines you closely. You might want to talk to Lenny. He can usually be found south and east of the market. He pauses a moment. Tell him I sent you. Oh, interesting. Didn't think that was going to go anywhere. And about this market. He gestures at the building behind him. An excellent market that caters to just about every need. He pauses to think for a moment before continuing. Nothing exotic is available. These sods cannot afford such items, but a good market nonetheless. I'm looking for someone named Lothar, or the Master of Bones. He gives you a quizzical look. Really? Why in the name of the nine hells would you want to find him? He stole a skull of mine. So? What do you think you're going to do, just march in and demand it back? He looks you up and down. I admit that you appear more than capable of handling yourself in a fight, but against Lothar, he snorts, your skull will decorate his walls. Just how tough can one man be? He laughs uproariously and gives you an incredulous look. Lothar's above the law, Burke. He is that powerful, that tough. I still need to find him. He pauses for a moment. I have reasons, quite good ones I can assure you, not to point anyone toward Lothar. Now pike it, sod. He turns away. Alright then. What's going on over here? Godsman. Oh, I guess this is the foundry or something? What was it? Let's talk to you. You see a sickly Githzerai woman. She is hunched and bent, and her constant coughing is obviously a source of pain to her. She holds a handkerchief that is practically soaking with blood, tissue, and phlegm to her face. She spies you and hisses. Hello. She stares at you and speaks a few mumbled words to Dakon. Dakon glances at you and says, She cannot understand your speech. She says she is dying. What's she dying of? Her name's Anazi. She says she used to work in a meat-curing house here until a half-month ago, when the illness became too much for her to bear. She was abandoned, evicted from her home, and left for dead. Speech pains her, and her illness has crippled much of her mind. She says there is nothing she can give you of value. And know that she will not recover. I can put her out of her misery. That is all. It is Earth of the people. It is my responsibility to provide an alternative. Did she ask you to do that? Or are you just taking the initiative here? I don't know! Maybe don't do that right now? Dakon looks at you flatly and then turns to bow to the Githzerai woman as you leave. It's a bit dire, isn't it? Well, we can come back. It's not like she... I mean... We can come back to it later. It's fine. What's in here? Oh, it's the market. I guess that's... makes sense. You see a tall man in plate armor. The armor is of unusual construction, with spikes flaring from the shoulders, elbows, and forearms. He nods at your approach, but then his eyes wander about the market. Good day, citizen. I am Guard Corvus. Hello. How may I help you, citizen? He gives a friendly look, but glances over your shoulder. I have some questions. He nods to you. I'll help you if I can, citizen. He looks about the market, expectantly. Who are you? I mean, he just said it, but it gives you a slight bow. I am Harmonium Guard Corvus, citizen. I help keep the peace here at the market. He glances about for a moment, then looks at you. Tell me about the Harmonium. Our belief is simple. We are the light, we are the way, we are the order, we are truth. We maintain and enforce order here in Sigil. We police the city. He looks about again. What about the other factions? I know little about them, citizen. I'm sorry, but you will have to take your questions to a representative of their order for answers. He smiles, then looks about. Are you looking... I'm looking for someone named Lothar, the Master of the Bones? He turns his gaze on you and frowns. I would counsel you against disturbing Lothar, citizen. I doubt you really want to find him. Why?
My journal.
He frowns as he looks off into the distance. I'm a realist, citizen, as well as a harmonium officer. As a realist, I know that there are those who are above the law. It is a fact of life. He pauses. Okay. Some people don't fear the law because of their connections in the city. Others due to their sheer power and the fear they instill in people. Lothar is a power to be reckoned with, citizen. He's untouchable, if you understand my meaning. I still need to find him.
Journal.
He sighs as he looks about the market. Very well, citizen. His kip is somewhere south of here in a wrecked house. Good luck to you. You don't know someone named Lenny? He frowns in thought. Lenny, yes, I know a thief who goes by that name. He can usually be found over by the siege tower. What can you tell me about him? He gives you a stern look. Anything I know about that individual is harmonium business, citizen. I cannot discuss such matters with strangers. Perhaps after I get to know you better. Okay. What about this Byron Pickett? He frowns and nods his head. Yes, I'm familiar with Byron. What about him? Oh, same deal, huh? Alright. I need to buy some weapons. You need to talk to Hans, citizen. He can help you. He's over by the furnace. I need to buy some magic items. You need to talk to Aelek, citizen. He can help you. On the other side of the market. Try to see what he's looking at. You glance over your shoulder and notice a young lady wandering about the market. Orvis seems to have had his eyes locked on her. You seem preoccupied. What are you looking at? He snaps his attention back to you. I beg your pardon, citizen. Please, excuse me. His eyes wander back to the young woman, and his voice fades almost to a whisper. She has the voice of an angel. She's such a pretty young thing, he sighs. Why don't you go talk to her? You seem quite infatuated with her.
Journal.
An uncomfortable silence fills the air. Finally, he turns his attention back to you. I just couldn't. I mean, a woman like that, wow, she must be... He sighs and pauses for a moment. Was there anything else I can help you with, citizen? Okay. I'll just get out of your fucking way, then. It's a bit of a fucking mess in here, isn't it? You see a large, blustery merchant. He looks to be totally hairless, and his pale yellow skin is scarred as if from burns. He looks at you intently as you approach. Hello. He smiles at you. Greetings, I'm Cinder. I heard about ya. You be the scarred, clueless fella that be going around the wards asking questions. What can I be helping you with? Look like you have a few scars yourself. He frowns, then begins to laugh. Hi, that I do. A few years back I had me a kip set up in the hive. Some barmy mage decided to burn the ward right out of Sigil. Almost took me with it. Sick for a month I was. A month? That's not all that long. He nods and gets a faraway look for a moment. I could have been worse. Local mage healed me, fixed scars and all. Could have grown my hair back, but I kinda like the look. You think this mage could help me with my scars? He looks you over, then shrugs. I don't see why not. The scars don't look that bad. He looks at you closely. Aye, now who's to say? You should talk to him yourself. Name's Sebastian. Yeah, figures. Okay, I think I'm not gonna bother everyone I meet about Lothar. I did get a location on him already, so whatever. I need to buy some weapons. Yeah, okay, whatever. Spells. I think I can help you. Let me show you my wares. Anything interesting? Knock. Probably don't need this. Cone of Cold. A classic. It's a 5th level spell? Holy shit. I didn't realize it was so... Wow, okay, alright. Ball Lightning... Cloak of Warding... Oh, it's a shield spell. Hold Undead... Which is a mage spell and not a cleric spell. Interesting. Tasha's Unbearable Derisive Laughter. I remember, I know the spell Tasha's Hideous Laughter. I guess they just like truncated it because the name was so friggin' long. Originally, is it the same effect? What man does not feel their body fill with burning shame when mocked by a woman? Fill the ears of your enemies with the derisive scorn of a woman's laughter. Their bodies shall become clumsy and foolish, easily struck, and confidence shall be leached from their muscles, weakening their blows. Tasha's Unbearable Derisive Laughter occurs in a 30-foot radius from that spot. All male living creatures with an intelligence of greater than 4 in range of the spell must make a saving throw of a spell. You get -2 to attack, -2 to AC, -2 to damage for 5 seconds per level of the caster. Well, okay, I think I see... I think I see why this spell got changed in later editions. Well, the more you know. Okay, well, I don't think I need any of this right now. Oh boy. Okay, hang on, I'm trying to find names in here. There's a Karina here. You see a pretty young woman wearing simple clothes. She wanders about the market and examines everything, but does not make any purchases. You notice that people seem to be avoiding her, but they try not to make it obvious. She flashes you a warm smile as you approach. Hello. Her smile broadens. Hello, I'm Karina. It's a pleasure to meet you, Cutter. She continues to smile and waits for your response. I have some questions. She nods her head. Alright, what do you want to know? I don't really want to know any of these things, but I guess... I'm looking for Lothar? She frowns. Lothar? I don't know anyone named Lothar. I can't recall ever hearing the name either. She gives you a concerned look. Did you say Master of the Bones? That sounds ominous, doesn't it? Why would anyone want to be known by that name? Well, to frighten people, I guess? She looks lost in thought as she taps her chin with a finger. Finally, she nods her head. Yes, I think you're right. It gives me the chills just thinking about it. Master of the Bones is a rather scary title. I don't think I'd mess with anyone who had a title like that. She thinks some more. Okay. What's this woman's deal? We're gonna buy weapons. She smiles and points to one of the counters. Hans over there sells weapons, all kinds of weapons. You a warrior? Silly of me to, of course you are. I mean, how could you not be with all those scars? Oh, I'm sorry, I shouldn't mention those. You're not sensitive about them, are you? No, I've gotten used to them. She looks relieved. Oh, good. I didn't mean to hurt your feelings, or anyone else's for that matter. You just have to be careful what you say to someone, you know? I mean, people are different, and you never know. What may offend one person may not offend another, so, anyway. She pauses for a breath and smiles at you. Okay. You, really like to talk, don't you? She shuffles her feet and looks embarrassed. Well, I've been told that I probably talk a bit too much, and, well, people tend to avoid me, and I don't really have any friends or male friends courting me. Sometimes I get lonely. Her voice gets lower and lower until she's finally silent. She stares at the ground, at the ground at her feet. Okay. What is this? What three options are this? Well, I can understand why. I don't think you're a bad person, Karina. I happen to like you, and farewell. I mostly just want to say, well, you know, that's rough, buddy, and move on. But I guess I don't know. I'm just gonna leave. I'm not gonna mess around with that. You see a young boy with pale yellow skin. His clothes are dirty and in need of mending. Currently, he's tending a furnace. Hello. He turns and gives a half smile as he sets down his work. Ale, do you need some help? I had some questions. I'd be pleased to help you if I could. The boy looks grateful not to be toiling over the furnace. What is it I can answer for you? What's this place? This place? He glances around. It's the open-air market. A lot of buyers and sellers come here to set up the kit for the day. Been in for a good time. Been working here for a while under the eye of Middah. It looks a little distant. One day it could be running his stall, it could. What's it that you do here? He points proudly at the furnace. A furnace. It's used, shrugs his shoulders. I don't know what it's used for, but Dad says it's important to keep it stoked and burning, right? Wipes sweat from his brow and glances about. Your father one of the merchants here? He nods to Hans. He nods. Hans is his name. It's Middah's stall over there. He gestures to a stall to the right of the furnace. Don't have what you need. We may be able to point you to it. What kind of goods are available? He thinks for a bit. Many things to be had. Food, drink, magic, weapons. You looking to buy some supplies, maybe? Whatever. What can you tell me about this ward? Oh, aye, here's the lower ward. Common folk live here, like me and Da. His eyes widen a bit and he looks excited. Do you know why it's called the lower ward? No, why? Well, as it's reckoned, the ward's got a mess of portals to the lower planes all riddled throughout it like cheese. So it does so. Suppose that's why the name stuck. He smiles proudly. Why are there so many lower plane portals here? He shrugs. Mystery to me as it is to you, Cutter. Not sure if there's a reason for the portals as much as just circumstance. Could be the lady's will, could just be chance, I suppose. Shrugs again. Do any creatures ever come out of these portals? His eyes grow a little wider. Aye, they do. Most of them just stopping through. He swallows nervously and looks worried. You look nervous. You've seen this yourself? I've seen it. Pauses and swallows again. Just last week or so I saw a couple Abishai come through a portal. They talked a good bit and then one of them went back through. One that stayed is still there. He frowns. What are they talking about? I don't know, sure. To me it was just hissing and such, but I think they was talking about the tower. The tower? Aye, it's one of the strangest sights to be in the ward. No one really knows how long that scarred old tower's been around. Can't get into it, you know? Bolted up tighter than a chastity belt. I'd be curious to know what's in there. He thinks for a moment. The Abishai was gesturing at the tower in the portal. He was looking for the key, I bet. What key? Key to the portal that leads to the tower. Every portal has a key that opens to somewhere. The key can be a gesture, an item, or even a thought. Many have tried to get into the tower, and no matter how hard you try, you fail. Maybe the secret to getting in is in... Maybe the secret to getting in is to not want to get in.
Updated my journal.
He shrugs. I don't know, Cutter. Maybe. Tell me where this portal's located. He stops to think for a moment. There's a drawbridge-like contraption back of the tower east of the market. That's where it is. He gets a faraway look. I kinda didn't think this guy was gonna tell me anything interesting, but I got a quest hook. What can you tell me about Sigil? Sun on plains, do almost everything intersect. Never boring, really. Lady of Pain's the law, and the rest of us mostly try and bang out living under a shadow. Barks a laugh, then coughs. What can you tell me about the Lady of Pain? I don't know much about her. She keeps the powers out of Sigil, keeps the fiends out, talks and deals with nobody. Maybe the Darbus. She'll pen you in the dead book damn quick if you worship her, or try and hurt Sigil. Her face and the blades surrounding it would be the last you'd see. Interesting. At the mention of a face surrounded by blades, a memory forces itself into your consciousness. For a moment, you're standing in a darkened alley, breathing heavily. Approaching you in the darkness is an uncannily beautiful woman, her face shrouded in blades, and with cold eyes. Suddenly the memory fades and you're talking to the land once more. Why does everyone seem to have yellow skin around here? It's a sickness, it is, caused by the bad air. What with the smoke and all the factory smogs, get pretty hard to breathe easily around here. He shrugs. Some days it's not good to be out when the smog lingers too long. It can scald your eyes right out of the skull, so it's said. Can't something be done about it? I don't know. At times, winds come from the spire and blow the city clear of smog. That's not as often as would be liked. He blinks, glances around, then shrugs. Ladies will, I guess. Don't make much sense, but then little does if you look at it long enough. I had some other questions. Anything worth seeing around here? Not much to see. Great Foundry's impressive, though. You might check that out. Home of the Believers, you know. Stops to think. Most of the more amazing sights are in some of the upper wards. Might be better to look around there. Hey, there's a brothel there, and fest hall, and some other places that are more interesting. Don't know for sure. I've been here all my life. Tell me about this foundry. Center of the ward, pretty much. An impressive structure, to be sure. Can't miss it, just head north. You know, by the big gates. Marks it on your map. And these believers? They have a bunch of names. Believers, godsmen, believers of the source. I mostly just call them godsmen. They're kept in the Great Foundry, and they seem to get by pretty well. They're a pleasant bunch. They believe that everybody can be great, just as great as the powers even, if you just strive to reach it. It might mean you have to start life over a bunch of times, but you'll eventually get there after a time. Another faction here. What faction are you? He smiles. Me and Midar are indepts. Faction that's not really a faction. Faction that believes people are free to do as they will. Pretty loose bunch. We don't really take too kindly to making or obeying other factions. What's the purpose of all these factions? He glances at you. The factions are them that govern most of Sigil and the day-to-day business. There's a bunch. There's the dead, the dustmen, take care of the dead bodies on the streets, and there's the governors that make the laws, and the sensates. There's a number of factions. Here in the lower ward, we mostly deal with the believers, the godsmen. He nods in the distance. Hey, they're kept in the Great Foundry. Yeah, alright. Missing a skull. Know anything who'd want something like that? He becomes rather excited. Missing a skull, are ya? I bet I know what happened to it. In the wards, a fella major priest to collects heads and puts them on shelves like books. They're dead, but his magics are such he can make them answer questions for him even though they're in the dead book. Where can I find them? He frowns. Not sure, really. Heard he's got his kip in one of the ruined buildings around here, but I've never been there. He snaps his fingers. Others might know, though. Might ask Sebastian about it. I see. Okay, I guess that's all we're gonna get. Let's talk to this Ans, then. Do I really have to walk all the goddamn way? I can't talk to him over the thing? Okay. You see an older, stern-looking man. His face is a mixture of wrinkles and frown lines. Hello. He gives you a quick, stiff bow. Hi, greeting to you as well. Hans is my name. What you been eating? I have some questions. He gives you a toothless grin. Reckon I got some time to give you the chat. What you be needing to know? Look, I'm gonna stop bothering people about Lothar unless I feel like it's gonna trigger something. What's the furnace for? He glances at the furnace, then lowers his voice. Furnace does nothing other than teach me lazy boy responsibility. Boy's always yapping and talking and such. Reckons himself a scholar and don't know the value of real work. If you have serious questions, well, they may be better asked than me. Oh. Huh. I need to buy some weapons. I mean... I don't really need any of this stuff. I guess this is a little better than what I'm currently using. It's a bit expensive, though. I do have a lot of money now, I'm sort of realizing. Huh. The hell are siphon knuckles? Special transfers hit points from target to wielder. Oh, wow. And they're also kind of expensive. But, oh well. Considering, like, Nameless One's the only person in the party whose weapon I can actually, like, change. Getting new weapons for the guy who kind of sucks at fighting things doesn't really seem like it's all that important. What the hell is this? This copper piece has been clipped. Most of the copper has been shaved off, no doubt to still keep the appearance. It is a coin, allowing the clipper to use the shaved copper to make another coin. It is worthless, but it also seems to be enchanted. You see an older man with long white hair and weathered yellow skin. He stands tall despite his obvious age. He smiles and gives you a slight bow. Hello. And you as well, Cutter. How may I serve you? He raises his eyebrows and he waits your answer. I have some questions. He frowns. Forgive me, Cutter, but I sell items of a magical nature, not information. If it is information you need, then you must acquire it elsewhere. Okay. Let me see what you have, I guess. Okay, it's just like consumables and stuff, and some magic-y shit. Sadistic Frame. When used, this item causes an attacker to feel the same pain and hurt that he's inflicted upon the user. Huh. Displacer Ring, +2 to AC. Poison resistance. Resistance to normal attacks. You lose intelligence and wisdom. Weird. Oh. Thieves. In actuality, this is a living spider, not jewelry. When attached to one's wrist, the spider will sink its fangs into the user's flesh and feed from the host, providing both beneficial and detrimental effects. Kind of weird that it's a thief-only item, considering it just makes you tougher and dumber. Not very thief-like, I don't know. Still could be the kind of thing that I might need. But, I don't need it right now, at least. See a tall man in plate armor. The armor is of unusual construction, with spikes flaring from the shoulders, elbows, and forearms. He nods at your approach. Good day, citizen. I have some questions. Who are you? Drexel. Harmonium. He's just gonna tell me the same shit. I think this is literally the same dialogue as that other guard, except he doesn't have this fixation on the woman. Was he talking about Karina? I don't think there was anybody else in here. I mean, it could just be one of these generically named NPCs he was referring to, but maybe I'll bug him about it. I don't know. Maybe. Maybe I have to talk to Karina again. I don't really want to. Whatever. Let's see. Okay, let's try and get something else out of her. I don't think you're a bad person, Karina. I happen to like you. She gives you a hopeful look. Really? Thank you so much. I don't know your name. I don't remember my name. She frowns, starts to say something, and then thinks the better of it. She shrugs her shoulders. What's in a name? It's just nice to know I have a friend. She smiles. That's it? Oh, I guess that's it. Okay. Oh, okay. Here, this is that. You glance over your shoulder and see Karina wandering around nearby. Corvus seems to have his eyes locked on her as she wanders about. Her name's Karina. He snaps his attention back to you. I beg your pardon? You know her, citizen. He looks at Karina again. Voice of an angel, such a pretty young thing. Yes, and she's lonely. I'm certain she would welcome the company of a gentleman.
My journal.
He glances at you, then back at Karina. Excuse me a moment, citizen. Steps around you and heads toward Karina. Alright. Corvus returns to you and is smiling brightly. Thank you, friend. Wonderful young lady. He looks a little glassy-eyed. Well, I don't know that this would necessarily work out, but hey, whatever. Great. I don't think there's anywhere else to really go from here. No, not really. I got experience. Hooray. Okay, whatever. I'm calling it. Wander around the market, talk to a million people, and, okay. I gotta stop here. Alright. More talking next time. So much talking. Holy.
Yep. See you then.